Hey guys, Clint Flagwheel here, and welcome back to another Division 2 video. And today is going to be an update based on state of the game. And not a lot of information was given, however. I want to touch base on a couple of things that did come up, and more so the negative. Now, they have said the loot cave, loot exploit, which has been circling around on YouTube. My good friend Kamikaze and Doom has done a video a couple of days back. Do check that out because you've not got long until you're not allowed to do that anymore. It will be patched, and it's patched on Friday. So you've only got another 24 hours to make sure you take advantage of this exploit to get as much loot as you can. And that's frustrating in my honest opinion, is because there are people, casual players, who get to play 4 to 8 hours a week at a maximum. Maximum time. These people with families and kids, and you want to loot up as quickly as possible. And to do that, it can be frustrating. It can be a bit of a grind. So this exploit is, again, I think it's good for the game. There's nothing game breaking at all. It is quite boring. It's quite monotonous. I completely understand that, and I've not done it myself because I've got a lot of loot I already need. However, I understand the point in people trying to loot up quickly, and this is a perfect opportunity to do so. So why would the devs want to punish that and remove that from the game and feel it's not a fair or just way of leveling up when there are greater issues within the game that need fixing? So for me, this is not a priority at all. I'd leave it be, because on to the next point is matchmaking in the raid. Whereas, there's arguments for and against, and I'll be honest, I'm in the camp of, I do feel there should be matchmaking in the raid because it gives people choice, it gives people options, especially when they said at first that it won't be locked out. It won't be put in a position where it's not easily accessible. And I do feel if you're at a high gear score, then you should be able to have chance of sampling the raid. I know that they say there's LFGs and other stuff to clans, and I do feel that they're trying to pigeonhole players into clans to make sure they can access the raid and they communicate in those environments. And I kind of understand that. I think that's a good idea. However, I don't feel it should be locked out for everyone. I do feel that's, again, you are cutting off a huge amount of PvE players that cannot just play with 8 players on a regular basis. I mean, even me personally, I'd find it difficult to get 8 players on at one go to try and sample a raid. So matchmaking would be a decent addition to the raid. And yeah, I know some people won't be happy with that. I understand, but I do feel options bring choices, and choices in a game like this is definitely needed, especially when the player base is continually dropping. So there needs to be this option: is, can I have a go at the raid? If they fail, if they don't like it, it's too difficult or whatever it may be, then so be it. At least they have tried and they've sampled the raid, and that will only increase the player base to make sure they are sampling the raid or trying to do the raid. So yeah, that's how I feel. And I honestly believe that if the player base continually starts to drop and continually goes that way, then in all honesty, they have no option but to unlock it for everyone. And I think I can see that happening in about 4 to 6 weeks. It's it is what it is. But I do feel they've made a mistake initially. Whereas, yeah, I get it's hard content, but a raid for me, when we talk about Destiny raids, it's not a case of the enemies are super powerful and super strong. It's mechanic heavy. And I do feel, and again, if people are going to play the raid and participate and compete in a raid, there needs to be a mic. It's a given. You have to wear a mic. If not, then you're not in. And you need a gear score minimum 490. And there has to be certain levers or boxes you tick to get in the raid to at least have a go. It's simple as that. Okay, so there's that problem. There's no raid matchmaking. That's not going to happen according to the devs anytime soon. The loot cave is going on Friday, but the big problem for me is the no armor fix. Now, I don't know if anyone's run into anyone who's performed the armor glitch where they recalibrate items to get an 800,000 armor. Jesus, I mean, that is a complete disgrace. It's so frustrating because 4-on-1, 8-on-1, they win. It's stupid. I've seen it happen in Conflict. I've seen it happen in the Dark Zone. It's in a bad place, and I do feel this is a game breaker. This is a changer for PvP, whereas PvP's been in such a precarious position for months now. And their idea of fixing it is like, let's get away with the DPS meta. Let's create an armor meta, the tank. And I can see what they've done. I get it. And I watched another content creator video just before Title Update 3. He said, I can see skill builds come back. And I have to comment and say, sorry, pal, you're wrong. Because it's all about armor. It's all about health. Health's going to be buffed. And if armor's going to be buffed, most people are going to run with armor and health to make it as tanky as possible. And I see a lot of people on social media share, look at my build, 300k armor, look at this, 150k health, it's a tank. That's it. Whereas the initial meta was the SMG with clutch, the Wids build, and now it is pretty much making it as tanky as possible to increase, the armor and the health to the point where it's, again, we're going from COD to, is it like a turn-based RPG, whatever, it's your turn, and then it's my turn to shoot, and then it's your turn to shoot. Come on. The one thing with Massive that continually pisses me off is they don't understand balance and how to balance the game, because it's either one way or another. And I do feel the game has big problems if they don't fix armor, health, the raid, big issue there, big issue. I've just gone on my Xbox app today just to check how many people have got the achievement of passing the raid, and of people that have played the game and of people that have completed the raid is 0.02%. So 0.02% on Xbox have completed the raid. They've got the game. Okay. That says it all for me. That says everything. Is that the raid has been isolated. It has been alienated from the core player base, which is not what you want to do. It's not. It should be difficult. Mechanics should be hard, but you need to give people the option to do it. If they can't do it, this is the problem you're going to have. It's that content you put time, effort, money into, and no one's going to play it. And the gear sets you get aren't very good. So it is what it is. People only do it for the exotic assault rifle. And what chance of getting that, So guys, the game has problems. I do feel they need to make adjustments, and soon. Title update for 3.1 is, I believe, next week. I think there's a PTS for title update 4. What do we want to see? What do you guys want to see in this game that will galvanise the game or revitalise anything in the game to make the game fun, to make it, bring the player base back, because it is slowly going downhill, and that's not what I want to see, not what you guys want to see, but the devs aren't listening, and we need to make them listen. Skill power needs to be a thing. It needs to be a power. We want to see tanks, yes we do, but based on skill power. We want to see one-shot seeker mines. I'm happy any day see that over 300k armor, 800k armor. I just want to see diversity in the game. You bring that diversity where you can build a skill power build a tank build a DPS build, whatever the weather, and it be viable, it be balanced. Because that's the game. That's how this game should be. And they've had 3+ years with the Division. And when players are going back to that game to play PvP, even the PvE, you have huge mammoth problems. Why would anyone go back? That says to me that fundamentally there are problems that are dug deep into the game that the devs need to work on and work on fast. Yes, there is content coming, but is it enough to keep people invested? And PvP is where the core will be, you know. And you go in the Dark Zone Division 1 in the last 3 to 6 months, it was always busy. Conflict was always busy. You know, there was always players there, and now it's busier than ever because people that played the Division, moved on to the second one, have gone back to Division 1, so there's problems. Guys, what can we do to fix this game? You know, drop a comment in the comments box, and as always, if you enjoy the video, drop a like and sub to the channel for more Division 2 content. Take it easy, folks.